What's up, Chasing the Feeling? It's time for another rankings video. And today, we got Charlie Brown's Parents by Dishwalla. I dropped my phone there, yes. But it's fine, because the song rocks. Alright. Anyway, that's your 90s song for the day. And now it's time to get to some rankings. It was a pretty big week this week for a lot of people. Definitely a shift in the leaders. Well, the top five. Bottom stayed relatively the same. Now the big question is, which was more accurate, week 1 or week 2? Are we going to see more of week 2? Are we going to see more of week 1? Or is it going to kind of be a little mix of both? So without further ado, here we go. Number 1 on the rankings, or I guess I should say number 10. Lowest ranking today is Aaron. He had an easy matchup last week against me, who didn't even score 90 points. So if you can't beat Doug's team scoring 90 points, well, you got something wrong with you. But he didn't put up big numbers, and he also didn't put up big numbers today, or this week. So I'm a little worried about Aaron's team. Doesn't seem like they really know what's up, and he's gonna really have to have a talk with them and start motivating them. Next up, we have Noah, Ashton Genty. We'll see, but I don't know if he's the move, man. I don't know if he is the strong RB1 that he was all built up to be. Maybe those wherever he was from, Mountain West University, or somewhere, maybe they don't produce the best running backs, and he was elevated a little bit by the level of competition he was against. He did not look good blocking. I saw him miss a lot of blocks for Gino, and that is not going to help. Yeah, I think that he should trade Courtland Sutton to Pascal. That might help fix some of his issues. All right, next up we have Andrew. That was a concerning performance. We did not realize how game script dependent Henry would be. And the weird thing is he's game script dependent in the games that you would think he would go off in. So it seems like maybe from now on, Henry will only go off when they use him more in the close games, which would be kind of backed up by his performance against the Bills. Who would have thought that the running back would be game script dependent for close games, but he is King Henry. Next up, we have Miles. He's putting up modest numbers. I'm a little concerned about Hampton. Najee seems to be getting a lot more involved, so I guess he can see out of both eyes. Be careful with fireworks out there, kids. Yeah, other than that, it seems like the Jets kind of crashed and burned. It was a real comeback to earth game. No one expected them to win, but, we kind of expected them to do better than what they did, and Breece Hall had a little bit of trouble moving the ball. All right, after Miles, we have Jesse. Brian Thomas Jr. starting to get a little concerning. He might need Mac Jones back to help him get some sort of ceiling. Other than that, Barkley's got a very good floor. He might have the best floor in the league this year, but we haven't seen a ceiling from him so far. And that could be because the Chiefs' defense, their run defense, is probably one of the best in the league. So we'll see next week. If Barkley gets the ceiling, though, Jesse's going to be moving up. All right, after that, we have Doug. Strong week this week. Real good bounce back. CMC, looking healthy. Hopefully he stays that way. If he is probably going to be a top 3 running back in the league. His consistency is just off the charts, and I don't even know if he's got a touchdown yet. I haven't actually watched any of the games, unfortunately. Kenneth Walker III, is he good? Is he not good? I think he's good. I don't know if he's being used as a good running back. Were they just ramping him up? Potentially. Is Zach Charbonnet going to be punished for having 15 carries and only 10 yards? Seems like an impossible stat line, but I would hope so. So we'll see what happens with Kenneth Walker in the future. my hope is that he was still just getting over that injury. He didn't go to much training camp, so they were ramping him up. And now, full release, full on Kenneth Walker. Xavier Worthy might be coming back also, so we'll see what happens there. All right, number 3, we have Anna. She had a big week. Puka might be the wide receiver 1 overall this year. My big concern right now is that Russ is not going to throw 450 yards a week or ever again, maybe. I don't know what he was on, but Mr. Unlimited showed how unlimited he truly was and made Wan'Dale Robinson look like a wide receiver 1. But of course, Neighbors was a huge recipient of all that, and I think Neighbors still is very good. He's still going to get a lot of volume, but I don't think this amount of volume coming from the Giants is sustainable. Another problem is that Higgins might be capped without Joe Burrow. Jake Browning is a quarterback, and that's all about I can say about him. And last thing, Bashal Tootin started split workload with Travis Etienne. So there's some warning signs there, but her team's performed really well this past few weeks. And yeah, still don't feel bad about putting her top 3. Number 2, once again, I think we have Dan. He just wins. He just wins. Adams really established himself as the wide receiver 1B there, pretty much. I think he got almost the same amount of targets as Puka this week. Puka's just so explosive, though, so it's hard to keep up with him. And, of course, Allen can always go off at any point. He didn't need to against the Jets, kind of like Derrick Henry, where he'll probably be better in closer games where he has to actually work and doesn't want to risk himself getting injured by rushing in games that are a blowout, like the Jets. And number 1, once again, we have Taylor. This is her second week at the top, I think. I don't remember what I did last week, but I'm pretty sure it is. She definitely has one of the most well-rounded teams I've seen so far. I didn't believe in Zay Flowers, but it seems like Lamar Jackson has given him the passing volume that he needs. So her running backs look pretty solid. Her quarterback play is great. Tight end leaves a little to be desired, but there's like 3 good tight ends in the league, so that's the problem that most of us have. But other than that, I mean, her team is looking great, and as long as she doesn't deal with any huge injuries, I think she's going to go pretty far this year. But anyway, that's your rankings. That's about all I have to say. Yes, I did drop my phone earlier. I can't remember if I mentioned that or not. But those are your rankings. I'm your commissioner. This is Dishwalla. Not the speaker of the song, it's Dishwalla.